Hi everyone, a very warm welcome to all of you. My name is Madhulika Rajahan, mother, author, green energy enthusiast, and a certified Lean Six Sigma black belt expert. In today's episode, the fourth in the series, we will talk about design thinking, lean, and agile, and how they can be used. In the previous episode, we had spoken rather simplistically about the same. Let's see how they can be best leveraged in the real world scenario. Well, let's first recap the similarities of the same. Design thinking focuses on value discovery, that deciphering what people actually want. Lean focuses on value addition, that is determining if there is a market for your idea. Agile focuses on value delivery, that is building on working a product that a customer can or may use to gain benefit immediately. Now, these three methods all follow a common looping pattern of identifying and exploring a problem, and then attempting to solve it, then evaluating and analyzing the solution success, and finally repeating the cycle until we are confident and satisfied. Now, all these three methods tend to ask the same questions about understanding a customer's need and whether or not your solution is adequately fulfilling those needs. The method you tend to prefer is often has a lot to do with your own experience and the tools which are at your disposal. The agilists tend to prefer software based solutions, the design thinkers tend to prefer a design based solution, and the lean avocados tend to prefer a business oriented solution. Thus, the model that you prefer has a lot to do with the problem solving modes that we are already comfortable with and are confident using. Now, let's look at the Gartner model, which comes here in the picture. What implies that design thinking, lean, and agile operate as sequential stages. First, you use design thinking to identify a customer's problem, then, you use lean to identify the solution, and finally, you use agile to build and deliver the solution. Now, theoretically, it seems very neat and tidy. However, once you start applying it, you will see that all three models, that is lean, design thinking, and agile, actually have both problem identification and solution development stages. Thus, it makes no sense to solve a problem in the design thinking model only to then redefine the problem all over again when progressing to the lean model. Let's say that you identify and solve a customer's problem using design thinking and then retest it for business viability using lean. What do you do if the solution from design thinking is not viable? Do you discard the ideas from design thinking and start all over with lean? Or do you return to design thinking model all over again, appearing to go backwards according to the model? If you do go backwards, does that create a lot of waste and time pressure? We not only have to repeat the design process all over again, but we have to reset it again using lean. Even though design thinking has its own test stages, with the added risk that the lean test might fail yet again, forcing us to repeat the whole cycle. Now, does it make sense? So, how do we optimize them? That's where we can think of it as a spiraling model. Now, agile, lean, and design thinking have a lot in common. They all favor an experimental approach. They all promote fast feedback, and they all work in iterations or loops. So the three models should operate in layers, that is concurrently rather than in stages or sequentially. Where they differ is their primary focus, as we discussed earlier. So what we might say is design thinking process focuses more on putting delight and benefit to the customer's hands, that is their desirability. Lean focuses on maximizing the market fit and winning a portion of the market, that is the viability. Agile, on the other hand, focuses more on guaranteeing the product actualization and minimizing the risk of non-delivery or operational failure, that is the feasibility. The unified model might actually behave like a virtuous spiral. Let's say that from an initial germ of an idea, we have three arms spiraling onwards that represent desirability, viability, and feasibility. each being answered by continuous work on the models of design thinking, lean, and agile, and each overseen by designers, product managers, and software engineers, respectively. Now, one needs to really let go of the notion that we can sequentially approve the completed design and then the completed business case and then finally engineering the three neat distinct stages. The essence of all these three models, that is design thinking, lean, and agile, is that you define a bit, test a bit, and then go on repeating it. Is the design finished yet? Is the wrong question to be asked. The right question would be, do we understand an opportunity of combining design, business case, and engineering such that we can progress to the next iteration for all three? It's the little bit of three mixed in together rather than one after the other layers, as I said, and not stages. So, how do we really make it work? If you want your teams to be nimble and quick footed, then they need to treat handling over work just like a warm started position in the baton rather than blindly throwing it over the wall and hoping that somebody might catch it on the other side. All this information baton passing and layering overlapping work requires frequent communication and coordination. And to come out of this siloed approach, which would perpetuate the problems you already had rather than solving it, has to be done away with. In the end, by saying that a cross-functional team which solves the whole problem from start to finish would be an effective way to empower this to happen would be the only solution I have for you. So we need to open our minds to have all of three working together in tandem to get the best results out of them. With this, we come to an end to this edition. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment in the comment section on what you'd like to hear more. Until next time, this is your host, Madhulika Rachahan, signing off. Have a wonderful day ahead.